So hi all. So today I'll like to discuss the most important questions of Module 4 from Big Data Analytics of subject code BCS714. So let's go through the most important questions that is asked in the previous years uh, in the video question papers. So first one is define Hive and explain its main task, features and use cases. Hive is a data warehouse tool on top of Hadoop. So Hive is used to process the structured data in Hadoop. The three main tasks performed uh, by Hive are that is summarization, querying, analysis. So these are the major three tasks. Hive is a data warehouse tool used upon the Hadoop, on the top of Hadoop. Hive is used to process the structured data only, and the three main tasks performed is summarization, querying, and analysis. Hive are used for the following, that is HDFS for storage, map reduction for the executions, stores metadata and schemas in the RDBMS. So it makes use of HDFS for the storage, map reduce for the executions, stored metadata schemas in the RDBMS. The feature of Hive is it is similar to SQL, and HQL is easy to code, and Hive supports rich data types such as schema, the struct, list and the maps, and Hive supports the SQL filters grouped by and ordered by classes. So customer functions can be defined. So let's recap the features of Hive. That is, it is similar to SQL. SQL is easy to code. Hive supports rich data types such as struct, list, and map. Hive supports SQL filter, group by, and ordered by classes. Custom type, custom functions can be defined. So next, coming to the next question, with the need diagram, explain the Hive architectures and its component. Hive command line interface. Hive CLI, the most commonly used interface to interact with the Hive. So the Hive CLI is a commonly used interface to interact with the Hive. Hive web interface, it is a simple graphic user interface to interact with the Hive and to extract the query. Hive server, this is an optional server. This can be used to submit the Hive job from the remote client. JDBC and ODBC. Jobs can be submitted from the JDBC client. One can write a Java code to connect to Hive and submit job on it. Next, driver. Hive queries are sent to a driver um, for the compilation, optimizations and executions. Meta storage. Hive table definitions and mapping to the data are stored in metastores. A metastores contain of a metastore services and database. Metastore service offers an interface to Hive. Database stores the data, definitions, mapping to the data and others. So this is the architectures of it. Hive command line interface, the most commonly used interface to interact with the Hive. Hive web interface, it is a simple graphic user interface to interact with the Hive and execute a query. Hive server, this is an optional server. This can be used to submit the Hive jobs from the remote client. JDBC and ODBC, jobs can be submitted from the JDBC client. One can write the Java code to connect to Hive and submit jobs on it. Drivers, Hive queries are sent to the driver for the compilations, optimizations and executions. Metastores, Hive table definitions and mapping to the data that are stored in a metastores. A metastores contain of metastore servers, service and a database. So this is the block diagram, Hive architectures. Hive command line interface, Hive web interface, Hive servers, driver and metastores will be in one column. Job tracker, task trackers, Hadoop and HDFS will be in the out of that the block box. So next coming the different this is the different types of metadata. For 8 marks you can include this also, or else if you are okay with this diagram and this explanation, that's more than enough. If you want to be in a safer side, you can write this one. We have embedded metastores. Under the metastores, we have embedded metastore, local metastore, and the remote metastores. So embedded metastores is mainly used for the unit tests. So here only one process is allowed to connect to the metastore at a time. So it is default metastore for the Hive, and both the database and the metastore service run embedded in the main Hive server process. So first driver goes to the metastores, and from the metastores it goes to the Hive. So this is the architectures of embedded metastores. Coming to the local metastores, metastores can be stored in RDBMS component like in MySQL. So local metastores allows the multiple connections at a time. It in this mode, the Hive metastores serves runs in the main Hive server process. Next one is remote metastores. So this is architecture diagram of a local metastore. So I hope you understood this. And did I miss anything? No, this is all about it. In remote metastore, in local metastores, it is stored in RDBMS component like in MySQL. Local metastore allows the multiple connections at a time, and the Hive metastore service runs in the main Hive server process, but the metastore database runs in a separate process and can be a separate host. So this is the architecture diagram, and the remote metastore. Just a minute. Okay. Remote metastore, Hive drivers and the metastore's interface run on the different JVMs, and this way of database can be a firewall from the Hive users, and also a database credentials are completely isolated from the user's Hive. So this is the architecture diagram of remote metastores. So next comes describe the Hive file format and the advantages. There are generally three Hive file format. Hive file format, that is text file. The default file format is a text file. In this file format, each record is in the line in the file, and the different control characters are used as a delimiters. The delimiters are cap A, cap B, and cap C, also a /n. The term field is used when overriding the default delimiters. The supported text files are CSV, TSV, and JSONs or XML. Documents too can be specified as a text file. Sequential files. Sequential files are the flat files that stores the binary keys, value pairs. It includes the compressions support, which reduces the CPU and IO requirement. Next comes RC file, record columnar file. RC file stores the data in a column oriented manner, which enables that aggregations operations is not an expensive operations. So here RC file store the data in a column oriented manner. So that is the definitions of RC file. Next, coming to an advantages, efficient storage utilizations. Columnar formats like an ORC and Perquit provides a high compressions and reduces the storage space, improves the query performance, fast data retrieval due to a column-wise reading and indexing, scalability, designed to handle the very large data set distributed across HDFS, supports for the compressions. Most format supports the built-in compressions, reducing IO cost. Schema management formats like an Avro supports the schema evaluations and data consistency. Compatibility works well for the multiple big data tools such as Hive, Sparks, and MapReduce. So these are the major advantages. Next, coming to this is not that important. Okay. Coming to the next question, define PIC. Explain its architectures and features and advantages. So PIC is a platform for data analysis. Just remember this. PIC is a platform for data analysis. It is an alternative to the MapReduce programming. PIC was developed as a research project at Yahoo. So only the 3 points, that is PIC is a platform for the data analysis, alternative to map reducing programming, and the PIC was developed by Yahoo as a research project. The key features of the PIC is it provides an engine for executing a data flow. So it says how the data should flow, and PIC processes the data in a parallel as in Hadoop clusters. So it provides a language called PIC Latin to express the data flow. The pig Latin contains operations for the many of the traditional data operations such as join, filter, sort, etc. So it allows a user to develop their own functions for reading, processing, and writing data. So these are the basic key features. The first one, it produces an engine for executing the data flow. It pig processes the data in a parallel as in Hadoop clusters. It provides a language called pig Latin to express the data flow. Pig Latin contains an operation for many of the traditional data, that is operations such as join, filter, and sort. It allows the users to develop their own functions for reading, processing, and writing. So the anatomy of pig, this is an anatomy of pig. The main components of pig is data flow language, pig Latin, and interactive shell where you can type a pig Latin statements, and pig interpreters and the execution engine. So this is the architecture diagram or the anatomy of the pig. Coming to an advantages, it is easy to learn and use, reduces the development time, and handles the large data efficiently, and automatic optimization, supports a complex data type and extensibilities. Just remember this: easy to learn and use, reduces development time. It reduces the development time, handles the large data efficiently. If there is a large amount of data, it handles in the most efficient manner. And automatic optimizations, pig automatically optimizes an execution plan, and supports the complex data. If there is an structured, unstructured, or semi-structured data, it supports the such kind of data. And extensibility allows users define functions in Java or the Python. So that is the major definitions and explanations, architecture diagram of a pig. Coming to okay, next question is compare pig and hive, highlighting their differences and use case. So this is also a repeated questions asked in most of the question papers. So it's very easy. Data flow script language. Pig is a data flow script language, whereas hive is a data warehouse and query tools. So here developers and programmers use it most, where data analysts and the SQL users they will use a hive language. Schema is optional here, whereas in the hive the schema is required. Better for the complex data transformations, easier for the query structure data, less automatic optimizations, strong query optimizations, strong support for the customer processing, supports and UDFs but less flexible, fast for ETL and pipeline tasks, fast for the reporting and analytics. So this is the major differences. Just remember 4 to 5, that's more than enough. Data flow script language, data warehouse and query tool. Developers and programmers use the most. Data analyst and then SQL users use this most. Schema is optional, the schema is required. Better for the complex data and transformations. Here easier for the query structure data. Here less automatic optimizations. Here strong query optimizations. Strong support for the customer processing. Supports in UDF but less flexible. So yeah, that's all about the differences. Just pause the video for 1 minute and recap what you have learned. You will understand exactly what you have to write in the paper. So moving on to the next question, next important question is, okay, this is an additional question. So pig and not philosophy, they might ask for 5 marks or as an additional question. So pig anatomy goes like this. Pig philosophy goes like this. So pig fly, pig eat anything, pig live anywhere, and pig domestic animals. It means pig eat anything. Pig can process the different kinds of the data such as structured and unstructured data. So pig live anywhere. Pig not only processed a file in HDFS, it also processed a file in other sources such as a file in the local systems. Pig are domestic animals. Pig allows us to develop user-friendly functions, and the same can be included in the script for the complex operations. Pig fly, pig processes the data quickly. So this is the philosophy of the pig. So yeah, that's all about this questions. The most important question is regarding the pig, and just go through this. The different operations of 5 relational operations in pig Latins with an example, or else you can go with differences, um, the anatomy of the pig and the definitions. After that, one more important thing is hive file formatting and hive architectures. So that is all about this module. So I think this is more than enough if we learn these questions repeatedly. Just revise every questions in a most effective manner so that you will remember every questions. So yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching.